Good evening. Thank you for tuning in to Recovery Warrior Talk this Friday night. Just wanted to say thank you and glad you tuning in for us tonight. Plans changed, things happened, and our guest speaker had something come up, so we have to go another route. And so Derek's sitting in with on me, and I got some other people coming on too. But I just wanted to give thanks to our Lord and Savior, for getting us here another day. And I want to thank Scott Aldrink and the Lighthouse for letting us be here another Friday. Things are sober is good. Sober is good. Sober is cool, and it's really been a trying week, for some people and myself included, but we can do something positive, and that's what we're doing tonight. So absolutely. Yes. And before I get started, I wanted to like I said, thank the Lighthouse. I wanted to thank Scott. If the Lighthouse wasn't here, even without the show, in my life, it's a big part of my life, a very big part, and I'm very thankful. So, with that being said, thank you, Scott, thank you for the Lighthouse and all the church family. I need that every week. So we have meetings at Chankutecha that are, I just want to go through with some of the stuff that is available for help that can help people, that are in addiction and going through something. Non-addiction, we got a show that came up, and I'm going to get to that real quick, but if you want to go to meetings, Chankutecha does have AA meetings, NA meetings, and I know Zena Zephyr runs the NA and the AA. I'm not sure. She's told me like every week, but I can't even remember right now, man. But if you need to, get a hold of Chankutecha. It's a 605-487-7841. That would if you need information on a ride, or how many people do that, that give people a ride to a meeting. That's a very blessed thing, for someone that I know when I was in my active addiction, I had to walk. I hitchhiked to a meeting. If it wasn't here in Wagner, I'd be hitchhiking to Lake Handies for my aftercare and stuff, and I made it, So, but yeah, it's a good thing, and
I think it's important, just to interrupt you there. Like, a lot of people are always saying, we want more, like rehabilitation opportunities. We want more, we need more programs. We need more this, more that. Well, step number one is like, you be that person to help get someone to that meeting that's already taking place.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, we've had people that come to this show, give them a ride here.
Yeah.
People for Sunday church, give them a ride here. People that want to go to AANA, give them a ride. You know what I mean? Just simple, and don't make that person ask, but say, hey, offer it before they even have to ask. Offer it, be that first step.
Yeah. So that's very true, Derek. So I just wanted to say, God is good. God is good. And for, Mondays at the Lighthouse, on Tuesdays, there's Bible study. A brand new Bible study started at 7 p.m. I attended this last Tuesday, and you leave out of here with something every time. The Holy Ghost, a feeling, and so I'm encouraging anybody that wants to join, come on out at 7 p.m. on Tuesdays. On Wednesdays at the Lighthouse, there is next group, I think, isn't it?
Youth group.
Youth group. It's a youth group. I know Nick. Puts,
Well, on Tuesdays there's young adult
yes,
group
yes,
and adult Bible study.
yeah.
Wednesdays is youth group.
Okay.
Wednesdays youth group. Yep.
Thursdays is NA, AA prayer group, all in one. I strongly encourage people to come to that.
It's a must.
Yes.
And,
After the meeting, Scott leads us with the prayer, and it's powerful, very powerful. Fridays, right here, where you see what's going on Fridays. So, excuse me. Yeah, I just wanted to get those out there, and there's a lot of positive things going on our reservation, and if you want to be a part of it, it's free. It's free, and I can honestly say right now that our reservation has so many good things going on right now.
Absolutely.
Positive that you can be a part of. There's no more excuses for I can't do this, I can't do that. There's stuff out there, that's happening. Braveheart, Faith Unchi, Faith Spotted Eagle. She puts on water lilies, she puts on different not shows, but different positive things that are
like events
that our people need. And and if you ever have a chance to go to one of her events, do it, because
they're super educational.
It's super,
you learn,
super educational.
You always eat real, like they
Yes.
eat real good.
Yeah. She has Orville, the pipe carrier comes all the time, and that was we had a chance to speak at Water Lily, and that was very powerful for when Orville got up and prayed with us. Oh man, that was it was good. I felt it, and so that kept me going. And so there's a lot of positive stuff out there, and you just gotta get out and get it. No more excuses about I can't get a ride. It's up to you. It's up to you. So yeah, just I just wanted to share those, and I also wanted to kind of get out there that if you are staying sober and you're clean tonight, you're not alone. So don't feel like you're alone. And if you're getting if you do too much thinking, us addicts, when we start thinking too much, that's when the trouble comes, man. So you're not alone, and get out there and associate, call another friend that's on the same road as you, and that's how we get through together. And for me, biking, walking, exercise does really it'll take your stress out, man. Running, a lot of exercise. If the weather's nice now, so if you're just get out there and do a couple miles, or do like 10 miles like I do. No, I only do a couple miles, man, but that's what you got to do, man. You got to put in the fight. You have to put in 110, man. Everything that you use to get high, you got to use to stay sober. That's just my thoughts, man. And so
also, if I can mention Unity Jam 605,
yeah,
that's coming up here, I think June 9th, possibly. So big shout out to everyone that's helping get that ball rolling. And you'll see some of the crew from Recovery Warrior, Umbrella at that. You'll be able to come and chat with a few of us. And I know Leon and Zena and myself are always more than willing to always talk about the show. Anything that has to do with this, we're always more than willing to share and encourage you. And if you're inspired to do something even along the same lines, we're always more than willing to help in whatever way. So
yeah, and if you want to be a volunteer, get a hold of Dana Sanderson. everybody knows Dana, or get a hold of me and I will get a hold of Dana for you. But you can run into Dana anywhere in Wagner.
Yeah.
And,
Or Brenda.
Our Brenda,
Jatan.
Jatan.
Yep.
Yep. At Midtown. She's there every day. So, and as far as I know, it's not an all day thing. They just, if you want to be a part, you help volunteer for like an hour.
Yeah.
Because they switch off and stuff. So, if you want, just,
So you'll get to enjoy it.
yeah.
Put in that volunteer stamp and get to
Yeah.
enjoy the event.
Last year they had a powwow. I know the year before that, I think Indigenous was there. Different. They even had I think some of the Amish come and do and it was good. Different cultures, and that's what it's about, our communities.
Yeah, Leon's gonna get up there and sing.
And I'm gonna sing finally. So yeah, it's good. It's all good, and this is about everyone, all our communities here. It's not just a native thing, or like I said before, we're all in this together. We all live here, and it's for everyone. All our community. Don't matter if you're white, brown, black. We're all in it together, man.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here for. The addiction shows no it goes after anybody that it can take. Don't matter what color or nationality you are. It only wants one thing. So yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to share those things, and if I'm missing anything, some events.
I think that's about it. I do want to take a moment to thank Just Pause with Lori. Lori Boza, she was a sponsor. We just want to say thank you so much to that business. If you ever need any care for your pets, please reach out to Just Pause with Lori. She does a fantastic job. That's where we always kennel our pet whenever we need, and she's just wonderful for that. So yeah, I think that covered most of the announcements for the most part. Just we encourage you. We're here every Sunday at 10:30 for church. We start praise and worship at 10:15. Or we start church at 10:15. But you show up anywhere by 11:30 noon, and you're more than welcome here at the Lighthouse Church.
Yep. Always a good service. Scott does a good message, and it's you need that. I need that. So but other than that, it's been a good week. I mean, it's been trying week, but it's also learned some lessons, and just to keep going. Keep going, and lessons learned, and that's what life's about. And I don't know. I kind of wanted to share something, since tonight was kind of our guest speaker had something come up, so we just kind of put something together real quick, and I wanted to share something.
Which is why I'm here.
Yeah,
like, typically
Derek's
I'm
here.
like
Derek's here, and we got some other people coming on here pretty quick. My good bro and another fellow recovery warrior sister, and it's good. But I wanted to share something about how good God is. I can't say any names because I didn't get any I didn't ask to, but I've seen a miracle this week, man. And I've seen someone that was pretty sick, and it was amazing, man. If you would have seen him, the way he was hooked up, and now I seen him a couple of days ago, he was sitting up in his bed, getting ready to go home, man. And it just opened up my faith to how powerful he is, and how what he can do. And just to see him like that a couple of weeks ago, and it wasn't good. And I know everybody was praying. My family, the church, my group, and to walk in there the other day, and I wasn't expecting to see that, to walk in there and he's sitting up ready to go home,
Wow.
and so yeah, it's real. God is real, and I just want to give him the praise for everything, man.
Amen.
Yep.
Man, that's awesome, man.
And I also got to see one of my brothers last night. He came to a meeting with me, and I took him home, and I got to see my other brother down there. He said he's coming, and so I believed him, and hopefully he gets here. So yeah, it's good. It's good.
That's awesome, Leon.
Yeah.
It's important, like especially during this time, like first off, I want to say thanks for things just shift. Sometimes we just want to encourage. We've had guests in the past where things come up. They can't make it here. It's just not the right time. It's just not the right time, and so we thank everybody that always tunes in, to always just being supportive, always being willing to walk through this with the team and encouraging our recovery warriors. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to be a part of. But with that, I think it's important, Leon, like, whenever we look at kind of the whole deal, I think we've seen, and we've talked about it in previous shows, like we've seen people enter into the phase of recovery and be that recovery warrior. But I think that's part of the thing. Like, the word warrior is right there in that, because it's a constant fight, right?
Yeah.
It's a constant fight. And, it's sad because I think, not only do the family members see it, but even us, we see some of our warriors out there almost falling in battle, with the weather getting nice,
Yeah.
it's getting beautiful out, the sun's staying up longer. What are some words of encouragement that you have for people who are walking through recovery, or even some of those who are struggling with their current addiction, with the weather getting nice? What would you say? Hey, like, I know it's getting nice. I know this was always a time where, for me as a family member, I'd know, like, man, it used to be like you'd know something's, you'd at least hear from your relative by like 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. Now it's like, come these nice days, now it's getting pushed to 1, 2, maybe not at all in the morning,
Run and hide. No, just kidding. No, you're right, Derek. Everything, in our community, on our reservation, our towns, everybody knows everybody, and you have to be strong, man. I've seen it this week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago. You got to stay away from your friends, man. You got to stay away from their people that you're so used to drinking with, so used to using with, and sometimes, you're probably going to feel lonely, because that was your only associations, man. But if you want to stay clean, and if you want to stop drinking, you got to stay away from the people that you used to drink with, that you used to use with, that don't go around places you're going to get weak. And that's, I've seen it today, man. And it's really opened my eyes more, man. I mean, to see one of your friends or one of your relatives, that are trying but keeps getting sucked back in, so I've been sober now for a while, and just this past month, it's really dawned on me how powerful it is, on a person. And what do?
Right.
You can encourage, you can tell them, but it's got to be up to them, and
I think that kind of leads me to another question for you, Leon. Because for me, I've never been in that place of addiction or substance abuse. But at what point, now that you've come out of addiction and you're walking in this righteous path, what would your suggestion be for family members or people even that are in recovery, that have been stable through it, like at what point do you stop? Maybe not stop helping, but do you start having to like just kind of love from a distance or have tough love? I know there's no like, you know, it's a weekend or, you know, anything like that, but you know, is it at, you know, after you've kept trying and then you just, as someone who's been in it and now is kind of on the other side,
I just got to step back, you know.
Mhm.
You have to. I mean, what can you do if the person don't want help? You know, it's not gonna happen. You know, and you're only gonna make yourself upset and frustrated.
Yeah.
You know, so I think people will know when it's time to, you know, but it's even harder for the family members, you know, to you know, they see it every day, they watch them, and you know, they pretty soon they're in a cycle, you know. So and all of a sudden your friends are in a cycle, you know, and you know, it's you just got to make a decision, man. You know, so that's what I think. I mean, I'm not no counselor or anything, but that's what I've learned. So, but there's a time, you know, you just got to step back, you know, and pray for them, wish the best, and hopefully they will come to, you know. But
that's I think that's some of the toughest parts as people who want to see good for their family members, and for their friends and whoever it may be, you know, to come out of that addiction is to just love from a distance, love from a little bit further back. And so I know that's definitely not an easy thing to do, and it's something that I think is a constant state of there is no completely removing yourself from that, you know, but I think
so how's your brother doing? Good.
Yeah, you know what, it's always encouraging. I always pray that whenever people that are in addiction, when they come to their full state of clarity in their mind, that they hold on to that, you know, because I don't, that's a question that I would have for you, Leon, is, you know, what is it like whenever you're in the state compared to when you're out, you know, when you're in the depth of addiction compared to when you're out of addiction? How is there a lot of fog that gets removed?
Oh yeah, I think for me, man, it was it took me a long time, man, to get my mind clear after I cleaned up, you know. Things start focusing in, you know, months down the road, and but every day is a learning experience, man. You know, for me, it's I learn something every day, so it's it's progress, not perfection. You know, so like this week, man, I had a bad week, you know, and it turned out good, you know, after you know, yesterday wasn't good, you know, today is better, tomorrow's probably going to be even better, man. You know, and for me, prayer, that's what works, and I wasn't doing that like I should have, but after I did, you know, everything kind of, I'm all right today, you know. So
I think, you know, in your question on asking how my brother's doing, you know, right now he's doing good. You know, and I'm praying to God that I can continue to say he's doing good. That's my prayer, is I can always say he's doing good, and not, you know, well, right now he is. That's one of my own personal, you know, defenses, but or safeguards. And so, you know, I'd like to kind of touch a little bit on this, and I definitely, the last thing I want to do is get political, especially in our show in any way, shape, or form. You know, we're here about helping people, but you know how important it is, especially because this isn't just a reservation problem. You know, and I don't want people ever thinking that you know, this show is for reservations, but we, you know, we're on the reservation. We're all, you know, part of the, you know, all part of some tribe, but you know, how important is it for us as tribes and things like that to say, hey, you know what, we're going to start truly being proactive. And I don't want to say, you know, because there was a time where, you know, and I don't want to reveal too much about, you know, like people's positions and things like that, but you know, sometimes some of our homes in our communities, you know, are hubs for people that can go and binge or whatever. How do we start saying, man, we got to start putting a stop to that, you know, and how do we help, not you know, drop the hammer, but how do we help that?
yeah, that one's a good one.
If we had an
You
answer,
know,
I guess we'd be doing it if we had
Yeah.
a foolproof answer.
I guess
Because this could be in any community. Everybody knows.
everything that comes with that, like on the political part, there's always policies and procedures you got to follow.
Mhm.
But if you do something for somebody here, then you're gonna have to do something for somebody here,
Yeah.
because if they want something done over here, and they, if how can I put this? If they, you don't want to break policy, because if you do, this one's going to say, well, you did it for this one,
Yeah. Yeah.
so why can't you do it for this one, and that's where it starts, man. And I hear about, having a heart,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it is about that. But at the same time, you know, uh, everybody's got to be on board together, and I hate to say it, but the Facebook thing, and anybody can get on there and tear somebody up.
Yeah.
Anybody can
Yeah.
get on there and tear somebody up, man, without them knowing the full story.
Yeah. Yep.
So, first of all, you always got the ones, there's always somebody out there that's going to say, well, this one ain't good. They did this, they did that. And
Mhm.
really, they didn't,
Mhm.
so that's a tough one. And since Facebook opened up, man, people can get on there and say whatever they want, and sometimes it's hurtful.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's bad, but um, if you're with God, it's no phase, man. No
Yeah.
phase. And that's where I stand with it. So, and as far as the homes, if you're dealing, you're gonna get caught, man.
Yeah.
If you're using at your house, somebody's gonna say something,
Mhm.
and eventually something's gonna happen, man. If it's not getting kicked out, something else is gonna happen. Something will happen,
Mhm.
because bad comes with that, man.
Mhm.
And you could get stabbed, beat up, jumped, whatever. Something will happen, man. And then what? Then it goes back to, it's like a cycle, man.
Yeah.
So I think getting with everybody and getting them on the same page and making a change, that would probably be the first thing.
Yeah.
But you need the right people with you to make the change,
Right. And I think that's something like good for people to remember. Like, it's not like, well, I'm glad Recovery Warriors doing what they do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad, like, you can't say I'm glad Leon's doing what he's doing, because it's like, it should be like, hey, I'm glad we're doing this. Like, it's a we thing. I don't think there's any one program, any one group that can, help knock this out. No one government agency, no one program. There's nothing that can.
Recovery Warrior, man, this is everybody's, man. This is all of ours. So it ain't mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's yours, Kim's, Greg's. It's everybody's, man. And I don't take it's not mine. It's all of ours, man.
Yeah.
So that's what I feel about it.
Yeah.
And I do try to, since we're on that, I do try to keep it out of political stuff.
Yeah.
I do, because there was already some stuff coming up, about and we don't get paid. Just letting you know right now, we don't get paid for Recovery Warrior, man.
Mm-hmm.
If I did, I'd be rich right now, man. But no, we don't get paid, and this is all free, free time, and that's why it's so powerful.
Yeah.
So
it's about the movement.
Yep. So but that was a good question, man. And I pray for my tribe all the time, man.
Absolutely.
I pray for the people, all the BNC, my Uncle Bob. I pray for all of them, man, to I'm not cutting anyone down on there. They got voted in, and that's I pray for leadership, that they do the right thing, and but you'll never hear me, cutting anybody down on there, or getting on Facebook and saying you know, this or that, and that ain't the way to do it, because that only brings more more harsh, more to recover from.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
who wants to get bashed on Facebook and then go in the next day to work and, say, oh man, I just read about you, man, last night saying you did this and that. And now they're going to have a problem at work. They're not going to have their full mind on getting, what needs to be done, because they're worried about what somebody said,
Mm-hmm.
So, let's be nice, man.
And that's the great thing about this show too, is that like there's so much negative out there already, man.
Oh man. Yeah.
There's so many people that just thrive, I hate to say it, thrive off ridiculing, slander, bullying, whatever it may be. There's so much out there on the internet already that's constantly happening. And sometimes it even, it's, and the sad part is, we even going back to the recovery warrior side of it, like the access to things, the access to negative things on the internet, are just, it's just a constant flow. So that's why, it's good, for things like this. And I hope and pray to God that there's more people out there doing things like Recovery Warrior, because you want positive things out there as well. You want healthy things. You want things that are pouring life and not death into the community. And a lot of, the tongue can be a source of death. What I mean? It really can. And just words, your words can hurt people. And that's why, you could have someone that's sitting there questioning, am I going to slip back into addiction? Leon, if you were to, you weren't in, you've been clean since Facebook's kind of been around, right? So you weren't really in the social media era of addiction, right?
Oh, I'd be the number one topic if I was now, man. I'd be out there on I'd be on a post every other minute. Yeah.
Well, how do you think, that's a great question. How does someone navigate that now, even, just kind of it constantly being blasted out there?
Man.
I mean, I've literally witnessed people and I've seen people post on like their Facebook saying, hey, I've got whatever it is, it may be.
I look at it as a tool for me. I mean, Facebook can be good, because if I put something out there, man, it's good, and you're not ever going to see me bash someone on there. I'm not going to cut anybody down. I guess if you really want to tell somebody something, go see them, man. I mean, that's the warrior way. So so if you're out there, doing that, and you shouldn't do that,
someone we just had a question here from Mary Jane Knoyer down south. She said, how do you deal with negative comments while getting sober, or how's the best way to deal with it?
Go to your friend, man. I mean, the person that's going to be, I don't know, people are going to talk trash all the time, especially if you're getting clean. And it shouldn't be like that, but you always got those ones out there. I know when I got clean, I had bets on me, man. You ain't gonna do 30 days, and I give them 2 weeks, and that really does hurt somebody, man. And especially when you are staying sober and they come up to you and they keep trying to get you high, man. That ain't no friend, man. That's I don't know what you call that. They're lost, and get away from them, man. So it's just
I don't know how many times, and sometimes I personally always suggest just check out a Facebook, check out whatever it may be, as long as you can. Because one repetitive thing that I can say as a family member, every single time when my brother would be doing well, and I can only say this stuff based off association, but every time, and there was always things, I always knew when there was going to be a trigger happening. As soon as he would be getting back on social media, all of a sudden you'd hear ping, ping, ping. And then the next thing you know, 2-3 days later, after dancing with the devil, then he's gone, then he's gone in the evenings. And I say this stuff, we can talk about just substance abuse, but that could be for anybody with anything bad. You know what I mean? Like that's just allowing these, it's not about allowing those things in, because they're going to influence ultimately what comes out.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it is. Everybody knows, man, Facebook could be vicious, man, and I don't know. That's the people that do that. That's not me, man.
Mhm.
And like I said, if you got something to say to somebody, go see them, man. If you can't look them in the eye and face to face, then, doing it on a computer and, doing it that way where you can't see them and stuff is, I don't know. I guess it's just old school for me, man. I don't, I try to change my thinking, but that ain't right, and I don't want to say you're chicken, man, but don't do it. If you got something to say to someone, go see them and talk it out.
Yeah.
That's how we go forward, man. And or if you know the person and you just know that they ain't gonna listen and still talk trash, just stay away.
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
but yeah, that's what I'd say about that, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Leon, I know in your state of recovery and walking in a good way, what are some things that other people can do, like we kind of talked kind of it warming up, do all these things that we just said, do people need to start researching these? Like, is it good? Like, did you find a hobby when you cleaned up? Was there a hobby that kept you busy, that kept you preoccupied and staying, kind of, we always tell people, like, and I say we, but always in the show, we're advising people, you need to, I don't want to say isolate yourself from those, negative people, because I can tell you right now, you've always got family or friends, someone who is craving the sober you, who's craving, the sober Leon, the sober, for me, brother, sober mother, whatever it is. And so there's always things to do with your family, but you can't spend 24/7 with your family, or those times when you are alone. Is it good that people start looking, if they're cleaning up, like find a hobby, find this, find that, find church, some places like us, we have something to do 5 days a week.
It's in one of the traditions, and I never worked the steps, but I made a decision I was going to try to work them this year. When I got clean, I didn't do the steps, but we found a power greater than ourselves, to restore us to sanity. And for me, I went and joined my Aunt Chermine's church. I was always a part of it. My dad and them, Uncle Bob at Cedar, Mike Horndigo, and I got involved, man. I was up there all the time, and it felt good. And pretty soon, the Holy Ghost came over, man. And then I met Scott, and so I got like 2 power packs. I got my Cedar Church up here, and I got the Lighthouse. That's what helps me. That's my strength. And reading the verses, I read the Bible, and that today was I read John 6.
Yeah, John 6,
18.
Yeah.
And it was when they were out there fishing and they seen Jesus walking on the water, and they all got scared, man.
Yeah.
And when he said, "Be not scared, it's me,"
Mm-hmm.
and when they got him in the boat, and it was storming, because where they were at, it's land all the way around. So like the storms were bad. Every time it stormed, the wind would hit it. And that's why the boat was all, Peter was in there, and, so I read that this morning, and it really helped me, because in our storms, if we trust in him, he'll get us through it.
Yeah.
And that's what I read every morning.
Yeah.
So religion, God is good. And that's what gets me through.
Yeah.
And I'm not ashamed of it, man. I love God.
And I'm thankful, Leon. We text back and forth. He'll text me. We text back and forth and talk about scripture and things like that.
Yep.
And it's good it's important to have those connections, those people in your life. It's good to have that, to keep balance, whether you're in recovery or not, in my opinion.
And I always try to
keep sanity.
Everybody, that I know that's trying to, that is staying sober. I I try to reach out to him every day, man.
Yeah.
You know, show him, you're not alone. So
That's all it takes sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just a man, someone was thinking about me, or someone's thinking about me, or someone's checking up on me. And that's,
yeah.
I think it's important that people continue to do that in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I got a couple warriors here I wanted to bring on, man.
Yeah, I
wanted to bring Kim Archambault and Greg Z, aka Greg Z, out here. And
yeah,
you
no,
know.
I'm gonna have him take my seat.
Okay,
Please. Yeah,
all right.
please. Kim, come sit right here. You can sit right here, Kim. And then let me turn this off for you, Greg.
They're gonna sing real quick. So,
Greg's got the little mini mic.
yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to bring Kim and Greg on because first of all, I wanted to thank Greg for everything he's doing in the community, man. If you're friends with Greg on Facebook, you'll see what he's doing, and it's an impact, man. And I don't see anybody else doing this. Greg's been doing this for months now, man, and he's been cleaning up our communities, man. And I see it every day, man. So I just wanted to say thanks, Greg, and what keeps you going, bro.
Yeah, I had an incident that happened like a couple of weeks ago, and that was from some couple of young guys.
Oh yeah, we heard, man.
That were all messed up, and we was out cleaning the south housing, and they're coming on the back, behind, but going towards the elderly, and
yeah,
their mother's like screaming at the top of their lungs, "They call 911," like this. So that's what I did. I was like, should we go finish over here? But I was like, hey, so I called 911 and I go over there, check it out, and then next thing you know, they come at me or whatever. And,
this is the reality of addiction in our communities, man.
And see, I wasn't aware that incident just happened prior to that, where somebody got assaulted, and that was the same people or whatever. But I took off running. I see the look in their eyes, and then I ended up biting the dust, and I'm still kind of, recovering from that. But like you're talking about, I mean, it's hard to, when we want to help people all the time. I'm still like that, but I mean, after a while, it's like, geez, where do you stop? Or, where's that line, or whatever it is, because it's something else, But I took about a week off, but I thought, no, I can't let that deter what I'm trying to do.
Right on, man. Right on.
I gotta just keep doing it. So, got back to, the cleanups, and, hopefully we're, working on trying to expand to even other reservations.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause
Cool.
we went to a basketball tournament, and I'm not trying to put, my relatives down or anything, but their communities that we went to were, it was pretty depressing to see it like that. And, but like I said, when you start cleaning it, just cleaning it up, I mean, you can see it makes a difference. I mean, with the people that are living in those communities, they feel like,
Feel better.
they feel better. Yeah. And that's what, that's what we're at right now. And
So where are you at now, bro? In Wagner, or?
yeah. Well, I went down to Marty the other day, and then I went out to the North Housing, but it's, it costs money to do all that, but.
And everybody's kind of like pitching in now?
Or not
Not a lot.
not a lot. I know the housing helps out with, gas or anything,
Yeah.
but it's hard, there's certain, like you're saying, policy and like that in place.
Yeah.
But, no, I just usually, I got like one helper, and then Darren, Darren's my driver. But it's hard to, it's hard to get people at times involved because they want to get paid for one thing, and lately we've been it's all volunteer right now. And it's hard work. It's tedious work. And when they come think, oh, we're going to get this done, and they see they see what it's all about, they like, they got to, whoa, and they'll last a day or two, but the next day, I'll go ahead, I don't know up this year, but it's just.
Well, I know Greg Z is my brother, and if anybody's out there watching, I mean, if you can, help with anything for Greg, just get a hold of him, man. He's a truthful guy. He'll he'll make sure if he gets anything, it'll go to his cause, man. So I just want to throw that out there. But
When you were talking earlier about, about the politics and about the, our communities and where like there's these certain hubs, I mean, it's all about communication.
For
I
real.
think we gotta step up and sit down and talk to the families that are involved because we all, we've been there.
Yeah.
But I think it's, it's important that we, sit and talk and say, give them the opportunity, say, hey, come on, let's try to do things, better or,
Yeah.
or whatever. Give them opportunity to try to, save face and try to start, anything. It's, it's we know that it's a hard, it's a hard life, and it takes your, it takes everything from you. That's
Yeah.
what people got to realize. It really does take everything. It takes everything from you, and I know Derek was talking about how that feels. You feel, you feel nothing at times. It's just like a dark that you can't. It just hovers over you, and it's hard to, like get.
It's hard to walk away from it.
Yeah, it's
You
hard.
can't just lay it down and say, okay,
Yeah.
today I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good now today.
It's not like that, huh? It's just like, and then like Leon's talking about is because I still have, a friend we were talking about earlier.
yeah.
They come on and hey, are you looking? Are you
Yeah.
happy? And I'm like, hey, it's just, we don't want to. I don't want to anyway.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. It gets tiring, man. I mean, for, people to keep coming. And I mean, thankfully I don't have that anymore, but, I mean, this is truthful, man. I mean, if I wanted to right now, I could go out right now and go do something,
yeah,
and people knowing how much time I got in, it'd be no problem for me to go get something right now,
Yeah,
and they would,
they would.
so, that's the reality of it. And it's up to us, man, to keep staying clean, man, and,
Because they're not going to say, no, you're
Yeah.
doing good. Don't-"
yeah,
They're not
yeah,
gonna- it's up to the individual.
yeah. And just like I'm kind of glad it was kind of like Derek brought that up about the political and stuff, because it all falls in, man, and it's all connected, man. You gotta stay strong, man.
Political is connected. What do you mean?
I mean, like for there's people out there that that aren't even on drugs or alcohol and dope, but they act like they are. They're just as low as I was. Like talking on Facebook,
Oh.
saying stuff to people, getting
Judging.
getting people riled up, talking about someone at work or whatever. So it's all connected, man.
Well, there's one thing I didn't really think about it like that before. Is that spiritual war?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It actually is like evil and good and evil, and it's those elements are out there. And, you don't. I mean, I didn't realize that until I was coming down that last time, and like the demons were there, and you could see them.
Yeah.
You can see them. They they jump on you, and it's like it's hard to for people that probably haven't been on that like that, but it's real. It's scary. That's what
Yes, it is.
that's what that's what really stopped me and saved me was that the evil and the demons that I've seen, and that was and that that was enough because I like I've tried during the years to and it's always like that. I mean, you'd be doing good, you feel good, and then just like that, I mean, somebody drives up, and I know this one time he was coming from the NA, and I was walking down Main Street, and I never felt so good,
Yeah.
I was like thinking, geez, it feels good, I'm clean,
Yeah.
I'm straight, and all this kind of stuff, and just like that, right when I get to the corner of my house, so somebody, of course, pulls up and, boom, here you go. And you're just like that. I'm like, oh, and
Yeah.
you didn't want to do it. Or, you think, man, what am I doing? And just like that. It's,
Yeah.
It comes from every direction.
Yep, yep.
Yep, it does.
It's very spiritual, man. I mean, if you come to a Bible study, I mean, even if you talk to Scott, he's helped me understand so much about spiritual warfare, and it really is spiritual warfare, man. And you know, that's my thinking these years is it's all about you know, our salvation. You know, I want to be saved. I want to because we're just here walking through.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
we're just here for a little bit, and we're going on. You know.
The Bible also says that the rest are not against flesh and blood,
Yes.
but against principalities, darkness, and evil spirits.
Yes.
Ultimately what it is. So it's not.
Yes.
You know, it's not about what we think. You know, it's not. Derek has this feeling against this person, Greg against that person. You know, not even like Leon with the drug dealer, Leon with another. It's not a spiritual battle. It's not darkness that's trying to fight this thing. And that's why what you were saying, man, I was feeling great.
Yeah,
I was good.
I was feeling on top of the world, and I really was. Yeah.
When the house starts to get clean,
Yeah.
it's worse.
Yeah.
It's worse. Trying to dirty up the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So true.
That is true.
Mhm.
That really when he told me about that, because I got worse every time I got clean. I mean, when I
Really?
got clean and then I fell off, it got worse every time.
Like you're trying to catch up or something on what you lost out on. I read.
No, I just I was
that's
more
because I never-
ruthless than I ever was.
No, that's
man.
how
Because I never relapsed. So I mean,
Yeah,
that's what
how,
you're talking about when you relapse, right?
yeah. When you relapse, 7 more demons come.
Oh, that's what that means.
That's what it means. It leaves you and it brings back more. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay. I didn't even look at it that way.
yeah. And every time
Wow.
I got clean and
I'm
started.
staying clean.
Yeah.
no,
You know?
that's how I would.
I
That's what I would do because as soon as because I could do it, I could straighten up for a year or whatever. But whenever I'd fall, it's like those binges that were never. They would last.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
they would go longer than It's
Yeah.
like you don't. But you don't. I mean, it's like time. Time doesn't stop either.
Yeah.
It's like it just goes, and you lose track of what day it is.
You get stuck,
Yeah,
and
you
then
get,
Life's going by.
yeah,
but
you
you're
think
stuck
you're
here.
exactly. You think you're stuck somewhere, but you're not because everything's still.
Yeah.
The world's still turning, and it's like, geez, and then you're not thinking about what you're doing to your family or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the hardest thing about it too. Is like you don't realize how your family feels, until I hate to say it.
Until all this time goes by, then you realize, oh my gosh, then you're
Yeah.
how old now?
Yeah.
You know?
Getting this stuff. I know the DARE program, in school, cheating, whatever.
Yeah.
Both of these are educating their children.
Yes.
You said that when you're in that state, like the world's still going
Yeah.
like this, but all of a sudden you put some,
Yeah.
you almost hit like a pause button.
Yeah. Yes.
You're moving like this, but the world
Hmm.
starts to slow down. Not that, it's like a mental thing, but it's just like, you're now behind. You're spending more time.
Arrested development. That's what it is. Because it does. It stops you from. I'm just so like proud of my kids and what they've done for me because they really they stuck by me thick and thin and it's and it's like they made it they made me after I got clean to not even think about it not even go for it or not even and it's around and like I said but you talk about our friends that are on it like I said I try to help them as much as I can but you do come to that point gee,
Yeah.
you gotta do it you gotta find a way because the power is there the power's in prayer the power's in in family and community it's all there when you find it you understand it
Yes.
realize that's true you it then it's like I'm here now and it's like nothing that happens not gonna make you fall back on that
No.
it's like
it's like for me, it's like, gee, I didn't know all this. I didn't know all, about Jesus and all the good things that can happen in our lives. And my daughters, my granddaughters, my parents, they could have easily turned their back on me. They didn't, and they're still here with me, and nothing but good.
Yeah.
When we're on that good road, clean, straight road, good things come. They do. And
So
I
how
see it.
you been feeling since you've been clean? Good.
I've been feeling good. Yes,
Right on, man.
I'm very happy in my sobriety,
Yeah.
and that I think that makes it a lot easier. But just like Greg said, he those demons kind of scared you and had helped you straighten up. That's what happened with me. I got scared straight. I did, and I was mad and all that in the beginning. But now, God had to let that happen to me in order for me to finally come, to the light. And He pulled me from a very dark place, and I'm not going back.
But
No
when
way.
I tell people that story about it, because it did come out of the wall, and it started like it was trying to jump inside me and take my whole soul.
Oh my
And I was,
gosh.
I was like, I was kicking it, like kicking it off me or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like, and there was people in the room, but see that I was, how do you call that when you're like, you're sleeping but you're awake? And what do they call
Oh,
that?
Sleep
Paralysis. Yeah,
paralysis.
that
Yeah,
sleep paralysis.
yeah,
Yeah. And they're like, they were like, they didn't say anything, but they're like, gee, we see your body, doing like that. And it put the fear in them also.
Wow.
Fortunately, they didn't win it, but
Sounds like you were like on a full attack,
Yeah.
man. I mean,
Damn.
full
that's
demonic
scary.
attack,
Yeah.
it was this. And then see, my ex mother-in-law, because that was the first time was in Lake Andes, and I was in a band, but she could hear it. She could hear the the evil or the
Oh.
yeah,
Mhm.
she believed it. So that's, I mean, she's really happy that I'm clean now. Like I said, it's just it's a better life.
Yes, it
It's
is.
a better life, and you you can't believe how much it does for people, for your family. It makes them more happy. They're not
Yeah.
worried about you all the time, and
Yeah.
they're not, because you don't think about that when you're.
Yeah.
It doesn't even, it doesn't.
All we're thinking about is our next
Yeah.
buzz. And we don't even,
the places we were at,
Yeah.
all over, man. Anything could have happened, man.
Yeah.
I've been in a lot of
I've been to
situations.
places
Yeah,
where I
man.
would never probably
Yeah.
have God
Yeah.
if I wasn't leaving.
I
Yeah.
used to tell stories about being out there, and it would like make me feel like I was almost on it. But now I don't need to tell those stories anymore. I'm like, tell new stories now,
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell something that's happening now, that's happy,
Yeah.
that's not, that has
Yep.
nothing to do with,
True. Yeah.
being in those situations or the elements that are around you. It's like,
So I have a question for all three of you. Reliving those old memories. You know what I mean? Like, I'm glad you brought that up, Greg, because it's like you want to make new memories.
Yeah.
You want to make good memories. Because we always have viewers. How do we tell, some people like one of the things it's like, I don't want to be remembered by who I was. I want to be remembered for who I am now. So how do you folks encourage people who like might be bringing up old stories of like, sure, maybe a joke once in a while. Oh, hey, you remember when this happened? Those are all laughable moments and things like that. But how do you walk in that? Or even just if we were to encourage people who are watching saying, hey, maybe stay away from that a little bit, or, we're different, we're different people now. What would your answer be?
I would just tell them, that I don't live there anymore. Neither do you. So I mean, you just got to move on. That's all there is to it. Because when you stay in that rut, sometimes, like I said, even if you're clean, it's a lot more easier to get pulled back into that. Pulled back in. But I mean, after a while, we got people. People can talk about you all you want, but when you truly find yourself, it's like anything anybody says, it doesn't really bother you because you know who you are. You know who you are. That's all that matters. I know who I am now, and there ain't nothing anybody could say or whatever that's going to change that. You know, I know I've done, you know, wrong in the past, but that's, like I said, that's in the past. I'm not gonna bother.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What would you say?
That's what I have said is that's not me anymore.
Yep.
I'm not there no more. I don't, you know, I'm not gonna deny, you know, that's what I did, but I'm I'm somebody else now. I'm the new kid.
Yeah.
No, I'm not the new kid. I'm
No,
just
you just
kidding.
gotta it's like
I
you
just,
reinvent yourself.
I just, you know, I'm recently reborn, you know, so I'm yeah.
It really is
Yeah.
like being reborn because
Mhm.
it's like you're starting new again. And
Yeah, and you have to unlearn
Yeah,
so
yeah,
many
yeah.
things too. And yeah, it's just like I just say that's not me anymore. I'm not there no more. But I'll laugh with them a little bit, but
yeah.
then you gotta
Yeah.
shut it
Yeah,
down.
yeah,
You gotta
yeah,
shut it
that's
down
it.
quick and move on because yeah.
Yeah, it's the, I don't know. Don't bother me, man. I owned it. You know, I owned everything
Yeah.
I did, you know, and I was no good, man. You know, and I did some rugged stuff, man, but hey, that's not me today, man. You know, and I know he forgave me. And
Yes.
you know, and yeah, I own it, man. You know, yeah, I did that. I did that, you know. Probably wasn't my right mind when I did it, but I did it, you know, and I'll take it, man. I ain't doing it again, man. So you know, but yeah, it's that's no phase anymore, man. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
do something.
You're gonna have to do something else.
Yeah, man.
Come up
That's
with something else.
we already know
phase me,
that,
yeah.
and you know, come on, man. So yeah,
Jesus got us.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yep,
So-
he forgave us. So
yeah. Did you guys want to share any more? You got anything else you guys want to get out there?
oh, I had something ready too. What was I gonna say?
Hey.
Go ahead, Greg. You go first. Well, I'll go. You know, since I've been clean and I've gotten so close with my family, and I have fellowship in the church. It's awesome. I'm meeting new people that are clean too, just like I am. And I just bring anybody that wants to come to church, come to the lighthouse. It's awesome here. You know, don't be embarrassed or don't worry about, you know, don't be shy. Just come because we'll welcome you. There's no judging, no anything. Just come and you come and experience it and you'll see for yourself.
I know.
You know, what really does help me is the cleaning. I mean, the cleanups. The cleanups help me because it's like every spot or every house, it's got a story. It's like stuff you pick out because you find old pictures of the people that live there, and you find, you know, Christmas ornaments or whatever. So it's like every place tells a little story. You know, it's like you know, it's kind of a sad story at times, but you think about, geez, look at how, you know, you see the family photos, how they were happy at one time, and then you see, you know, what came of it. You know, but that really, you know, that really helps me, you know, stay moving and stay, you know, kind of just clean up the communities and, you know, make them more welcoming and livable, and you know, that's what it does for me. It does.
Right on, man. Yeah, if you like I said, if anybody watching and if you want to donate to Grade's cause, man, it's if you've seen his pictures, you would see how much it's tons, man.
Well, it's about 250 tons now.
Wow.
Today.
Wow.
That's
And we worked on the hardest days last summer.
Yeah.
It was like 120 or whatever
Yeah.
degrees on those days. But we just kept, you know, we started a spot and we just wanted to finish it. You know, Jim
And it-
helps us up at the hill though.
yep.
You know, he'll give us a meal or whatever. You know, he's kind of into it. Like I said, the housing. There's different, you know, at times tarot, or there's different times where, you know, they pitched in or whatever. So I mean, that could be, like I said, it's not free. I mean, you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta, you know, prescription taken.
Yep.
You know,
Gas,
here in front, yeah, there, here and there.
gas, and they got to eat, you
Yeah.
know, and you know that's a lot of work, man. I mean,
Mhm.
and so yeah, if you want to, you know, donate to the cause, get a hold of Greg. Like I said, he's good. He'll make sure it goes right. he'll make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to donate your time too, just get a hold of him and be a part of the solution instead of the
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good though, because when you got, I mean, it's like, it's good when there's other people involved, because they get to feel like, like like it feels good. It feels good
Yeah.
to look around and see it. When you see the pictures, how it looks, and then the after pictures, because it's immediate,
I feel proud.
yeah, it's like, geez, it's just look like that. Oh, okay. I mean, it's
Mhm.
immediate. It's not like you have to wait for it to, it's, it makes families, it makes kids happy too that live there, out that community.
Yeah.
It's a good- it makes-
Right on.
Can I say something else too? I know there was a question earlier, I think about what we do to keep ourselves busy now that we're clean and stuff. Another thing is I, for one, I would like to know more about my culture, and I want to learn my language. And I also heard that the daycares that Geraldine Hare, our provost, is setting up, that they're going to be teaching the children the language, our language. So that's, yeah. That is because we need our language, and if we want to, they can't take that from us.
Yeah.
Anyway, that and also, our culture, and yeah, we have a lot of our traditional leaders like Galen Apple. I talked to him, and yeah, I faith, yeah,
Won't faith?
yes,
Yep.
yes,
I think that would be the one to see about the learning the language.
yeah,
Is Faith. I've seen her bring fluent speakers, man. I mean, young, and it's pretty
yeah.
pretty
and,
powerful, man.
Oh, is there really?
For Braveheart,
Really? Oh,
nice. Yeah,
yeah.
Let us know, Unchi Faith.
Yeah, and also Galen has sweats too, and so does Chankutecha.
Yep.
So yeah, and I just want to give a shout out to Galen and Faith.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks. And I wanted to, since I wanted to bring up Geraldine.
I did a little bit.
I know Provost. And I'm glad you did, because I just want to say thank you for everything you do, Geraldine.
Yes.
For Marty
Yes.
community, for all our communities, man. And it's I'm her neighbor down there, and I really don't get to see her all the time, but that's another positive thing on our lands. A positive person. Like I said, Faith, Geraldine. We got great. There's a lot of out here, man.
And there's so many people. We want to make sure and let people know, on the show here, we try and remember everyone. We want to give a shout out to everyone, but sometimes we forget. But shout out to Connie Kaufman. I saw a bunch of pictures with her and strengthening our community, which was, I think, just the night, what is it, yesterday, which was SOC. It was the strengthening the crazy SOC, or the SOC, just to raise awareness for the strengthening of our community. And then our mental health awareness, and then also the programs, Ethel and Stephanie and LaDonna, who were all helping with the mental health awareness event yesterday. I think it was up at the casino. Just shout out to all these people who are doing good things in the community, because it gives everyone, not just addicts, not just people in recovery, but just the entire community, a place to go and release.
Well, you made a good point earlier about. You made a good point earlier about, we got recovery wear, but there's just all different.
Takes everyone.
It takes everybody
Does.
as a community to try to solve our problems. And I know we have differences, but so be it. That's what community is. That's what diversity is. We all have to live. This is our home, so we all have to live here together. And we gotta,
Yeah.
hopefully, I mean, I know I'm going to work on it, trying to get, more involved with the, not just the tribal community, but with the city of
Yeah,
Wagner.
like the community cleanup
Yeah.
the other day. That was, man, I was so thankful, man, that, it came by my house. I just put a bunch of junk out on my, side of my street, and thank God, I saw, Jeff Doom and Maggie and a couple other people stop by the house and pick it up and take it. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Those are good ways that we empower each other. And that's community is
Yeah.
through unity.
Well,
you
see,
know?
the mayor thanks me all the time, and
Yeah.
there's Washichu people that are that are
Mhm.
just as
Yep.
excited about what I'm doing, and and that it's uplifting. It really is. It makes
We're
you
neighbors.
feel
We're
good.
neighbors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no matter what. Yeah,
We take care. What's it say? Love your neighbor. Love your
Yes.
neighbor as and treat others as you want to be treated. And so, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's good, man. I'm glad I, got to get a hold of Greg and Kim tonight because this is what we do, man. This is our community, and they're doing it. And if they can, you can.
Yes.
And if you're out there hurting tonight, using, just get a grip, man. Get some rest, wake up, and I know any one of us could lend an ear,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
we can show you in the right direction who to talk to if you want to get some help.
Could
You
point
know,
you in the right direction.
Yeah.
For
because
good
you're
things.
never gonna find an addict that's happy.
Yep.
Yeah. True.
That's
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not happy. We're not happy. They're not. I mean, it's just not.
That's
like
true.
That.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's that world, man. Try a new world.
Yep.
Yes.
And for me, it's church. For you, it could be something else. Whatever it is, you need to find it.
And make different new memories. Like we
Yeah.
say.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can tell new stories.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And since we kind of brought up the tribe thing, I just want to let our elected leaders know, it's not too late, man. You guys are elected in there. You can still make this work, man. You can focus and work together and be one, to move us forward, and I think that's my opinion. I'm not saying you're not saying anything bad about none of you, man, because you did get elected in there, and we can still go forward together, so
Yes.
that's my hope for you guys, and I know you have, I know you have a lot on your shoulders throwing at you, but I'm telling you, when you're together, it goes easier, so that's just my opinion. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
So just well, thank you for tuning in tonight. I'm not sure who's on next week, but I'll find out. Past couple of times the speakers, something came up, so and that happens, so
Yeah.
Well, what song are you going to sing at the Unity?
right now I'm gonna sing.
Let's hear them.
We want to say thank you to Charles. Thank you to all the viewers as well, but to some of the folks that commented: Charles, Nick, Barry, Andrew, Eileen, Jeanette, Mary Jane, Ira, Caleb, all you folks. We appreciate you guys chiming in and sharing some of your comments and your good words to our hosts here and our guests. We appreciate that. And
Caleb Metzger.
yeah.
Oh
Caleb.
man, hey
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, he said,
Bring-
"Big dog, you came a long way.
Hey,
A dog can only stay in his cage so long."
Yeah.
So,
hey,
yeah.
bring back some king crab, man.
Yeah.
This guy, he's in Alaska.
oh shoot,
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
out there fishing, cleaning fish. He's yeah, man, he's living the dream, man.
Oh,
I predict him seen on Deadliest Catch one of these years, man.
we want
I
to see
do.
it. Make the big time.
Yeah,
Make the
man.
Big time, man.
Yep.
He's
So-
he's a good guy too.
Yeah, he is. His
And then-
mom, Ann Metzger. Love you guys, man. Love you. So, yep.
And then shout out to all the other programs out there doing well. Brother Brandon,
Yeah.
517 Ministries, Wash Clean Ministries,
Yes.
all those ministries out there fighting for the cause and doing good work. Stay strong and don't grow weary and doing good.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you. So, well, thanks for coming, bro.
All right.
Thank you.
Leonardo?
Yep. And stay in touch
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yep. Well, thank you and good night. Doksha.